and welcome to Ask Me About K-Pop, the essential guide for recent converts and seasoned fans alike. My name is Shannon.
And I'm Angelica.
And it's time to do another dun-dun song battle. I need a real... We need more drops.
We need a real... I feel like I hear the Law and Order like
dun dun dun. Yeah.
Dun dun.
So yes, if you didn't tune into the last one of these, with the song battle episodes, we find 10 K-pop songs that have the exact same title.
Yes.
Which is more common than you think.
Mm-hmm. We already have ideas. I have ideas for like 3 other ones that we can do.
Yes, and if you guys know of any others, send them our way. But today's title is Butterfly.
Yes. So we previously did an episode that we called Battle of the Beautiful, where we listened to 10 songs that were all titled Beautiful, and we just sort of ranked them as objectively as we felt like. I won't say it was objective because I'm pretty sure our number one was Shiny.
Yeah, it was.
But yeah, so we are going to do the same thing today. We listened to 10 songs that were all titled Butterfly.
Yes.
And we've ranked them according to criteria that we did not share with each other.
No.
So
we'll see what happens. But before we get started, just in a general sense, I'm going to list in alphabetical order the songs that are the groups or artists, because we've got a range here today that the Butterfly is in consideration. In alphabetical order, we have one from Astro, Beast, B2B, BTS, FX, Henry featuring Seulgi, Luna, Oh My Girl, The Boys, and Wiki Miki. Now, I thought it was interesting. Well, we can get into it as we get to every song. But last time with the word beautiful, like lyrically and thematically, it was kind of similar. Like beautiful is a very general term. But butterfly, I found to be a more poetic term. And it seems like almost every song is using butterfly imagery in like a slightly different way.
Definitely. I think when we had our beautiful songs, there was a similar theme. And I think in this one, like butterfly is being used in different ways in a way that beautiful was not. But I found this to be difficult because I felt like, I don't know. At a certain point, I started to feel like all the songs sounded the same. They were like blending together to me because there's a very specific like lightheartedness.
Or the way that people sing the word butterfly, there's like an airy, they would choose like airy notes to like.
Yes, it's like very.
Imply a butterfly.
Yeah, it's like very cutesy. I don't know, like lends itself to a more like twee.
Sure.
Type of either sound or theme or whatever in the song. So I was at a certain point like, ugh, I don't know, all of these songs are tied. So I had an interesting time.
That's interesting.
For some songs. I thought a lot of them ended up sounding very similar to me. But we'll point those out as we get to it.
I think overall, I had a hard time ranking because I very like last time, to me, there is not one of these 10s that's like, ugh, gross. Like they're all fine. But I think like the ranking like between 3 and 8 was very hard for me because I was like, I don't know, they're all fine.
See, but that's why I felt like I ended up getting a little bit it got a little monotonous for me because I had for 4 through 8. Yeah, I was thinking, meh. It's fine, but not in a like, oh, they're all fine. More of like a, it's fine.
Okay.
Like that kind of sense.
All right. Well, I'm very interested to talk about this. And the way we did this last time, if you didn't listen to that one, I hope this doesn't sound too confusing. It will make sense when we start doing it. But basically, we're going to go back and forth and say our choices from starting at 10. And then once both of us have mentioned the same song, we'll stop and talk about it, and then it will get an official place in the list. So it's like we're creating an average almost.
We are creating an average. And when the last time we did this, I was very confused until we started doing it. So if you're confused, stick with us.
It will make sense.
Why don't you go first and tell us what your number 10 choice was?
My number 10 choice is Wiki Miki's Butterfly.
So is mine.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's an easy start.
So why did you rank this one at the bottom of your list?
I think that I put this one so low because some facts about it. It came out in 2018, and it was specifically written for the Winter Olympics in 2018.
Yes.
And the lyrics of this one are like, "Don't be afraid, spread your wings. You can do anything. You're a butterfly."
Yeah.
But I think, like, I wrote down that it's a nice theme song. It like isn't, it's just like a nice theme song, but it's not the kind of song that I would ever like pick it. Like, I want to listen to that one right now.
Yeah. I also put it really low because it is not at all the style that Wiki Miki usually makes. Like, it's not their kind of music. It's very, it's really, really girly in a way that they aren't usually. They did include it on their 2018 EP Lucky. So I like do have this song.
Me too. And I know every single word to this song, and I don't like skip it, but I also never be like, that's the one I want to put on.
Yeah, I just it's very much just a theme song, and I watched a showcase stage of it, and the choreography I think is like sign language because they have very intricate hand motions for like every single word, and they also looked kind of bored, and there's that like scream singy note in the chorus that like whoo. Ooh, it hits your brain. It hits it real sharp. So this one to me was like, it wasn't offensive, but I was like, man, this one's the worst.
Okay.
It was a pretty easy choice.
So firmly, no doubts about it, we've put Wiki Miki Butterfly at number 10.
Yes.
All right. So my number 9 is Beast.
Okay, my number 9 is BTS.
Okay. We're going to have to, so now we have to keep going. My number 8 is Henry featuring Solgi.
Oh, okay. My number 8 is B2B.
Okay. Oh boy, this is gonna be crazy, guys. I think we have completely opposite lists. I can already tell.
I think so.
For 7, I put FX.
What?
Oh my god!
My 7 is Beast. Oh, but you said Beast.
So we got Beast. Beast is 9. So this song is off of Beast's 2016 album, which was called Highlight. Their name is now Highlight after they lost their Beast name, so I thought that was interesting. It was written by member Junhyung and someone named Davi.
Okay.
And the lyrics of this one are like, fly away, it's okay, I'll always be waiting. And like, I know I messed up, but I'll always be grateful. Like, it's a sad one.
Yes. I wrote that it has like pretty harmonies. And there's one of them that has a really nice low voice, and I thought his verse was the best part of it. But like many other songs that this one originally was kind of tied for me with the B2B song, which we'll like talk about in a moment, I suppose. But it was kind of tied for me because I just thought it was sort of boring. Yeah. Like, it's just like, it's pretty, but it's fine. And then I ultimately ranked it like just one above B2B because like toward the end there's a key change. Yes. And I was like, oh, well, that adds like one bit of interest, whereas like the B2B one didn't have a key change. So on the key change alone, I pulled it up.
I think I wrote that like it's maybe just too slow for me. Like the first 2 minutes are like agonizingly slow, but I did write that I like the ending bridge and the key change and the pick. It kind of picks up at the end, but they lost me on the way there. I was too bored on the way to the key change.
Fair enough.
But there is like a nice music video for this one. They're like wearing crisp white shirts and fieldy meadows. And
they're I wrote that they're sat on a bench in a field. Fog in the forest. And that's the music video.
Pretty much.
So that was Beast. Or currently Highlight.
Yeah. All right. Oh, this is crazy. So we've only talked about 2, but we're on number 6. Or did you said you're 7 because it's Beast. Okay. So my number 6 is Astro.
Oh, okay. My number 6 is Oh My Girl.
Wow. This is going to be
You haven't mentioned B2B yet?
No.
Oh, okay.
I certainly haven't. Okay. My number 5 is Luna.
My number 5 is Astro.
Okay, so we get there. Okay, so that means Astro gets to be number 8. So this one is off of Astro's 2017 album, Dream Part 2. It was written by E1, Choi Hyojun, Jinjin, and Rocky wrote the lyrics. The lyrics of this one are like, I'm scared to get with this girl because she might fly away like a butterfly.
Yes, it's more of like it's like a more fragile, like a butterfly kind of idea.
So I think for me, the reason that I put this one like lower on my list than you did at number 6 is while I like it, it sounds like an Astro song. Like it very much sounds like an Astro song, and it has nice harmonies. I think ultimately the like kind of bothers me, and it like happens so many times that like when pitted against everything else, I had to bump it lower in my list.
Totally. And initially, I only listened to this song, and it was like the third song that I listened to. And right away, just listening to the song, I was like, oh, this is probably on like this is going to be number 7 or 6 or whatever. And that's what I had it as. But then, and because I just like typed it into YouTube and I watched like just a lyric video, it didn't have anything. But then I watched the choreography from a fan cam, and it is surprisingly sexual at a certain point. And so I wrote the visuals elevate this 10,000%. And it's like sweet and intricate at first, and they're doing like fun like hand motions and stuff. And then there's like a chorus breakdown, and maybe it's just that everything Moonbin does looks sinful, but there's a lot of hips and body rolls in it that come out of nowhere. And I was like, well, this just shot it up to number 5.
Wow.
So if it wasn't for the choreography, I would agree with you and have placed it at number 7. But then I watched Moonbin shake his hips around, and I was like, all right, number 5.
Yeah. Understood. Understood. Okay. So in my number 4 spot, I have The Boys.
We still haven't shared any others?
No.
Son of a bitch. My number 4 spot is Henry.
Okay, we'll finally get to Henry then.
You're my butterfly. 가벼운 몸짓뿐이 내게 날아와.
Okay, so this song is off of Henry's second mini album from 2014. It was called Fantastic. And the song actually is credited as Henry featuring Solgi from SM Rookies because she was not debuted with Red Velvet yet.
And it was an SM Station song as well, wasn't it? No, it wasn't.
No,
I just wrote it had station vibes.
It has station vibes. It was written by Noise Bank. And the lyrics, I feel like this one is more on the brighter side of the butterfly metaphor. And it's like, you bring springtime to my life, my beautiful butterfly. But there's no like, please don't fly away from me, which isn't a lot of the others. This one's just like, you're a nice butterfly for me. So the reason that I put it so much lower than you is while I love a duet, Like when the song started, I was like, oh, this is going to be so high for me because I love a duet. But the rap is so bad.
I wrote that too. I wrote no rap, no in all caps. And that is one of the things that dropped it down for me. But it was so short. It was like a line.
Let's let the people hear it.
Hold up, ladies and gentlemen. 마치 봄처럼 다가와 눈뜨면 끊어버릴까 Baby 걱정 마 이 사랑스러운 기분이 아지랑일까 의심해 고민해 되물고 하지마
It's just so funny and it like comes out of nowhere and it's like very, very cheesy.
I know it is. It's very cheesy and it did make me laugh. And I was ready to like write this song off because of it. But then it was over before I could even like finish that thought in my head. So I was like, meh, okay.
Yeah, I initially had this one at 6, but then when like having to push it, like I like kept letting it get pushed down a little more, because I also think like we argued about this, or not argue, we disagreed about it at a happy hour the other day that like I really like Henry's voice and he just bugs you.
No, I don't. Because I was gonna bring that up actually because I'm surprised that you ranked it low. I expected you to rank this higher than me because I recently revealed that I have an irrational hatred for Henry. I have no reason to back this up. Something about him really bugs me.
Right.
I'm sorry, world. But I like some of his songs and I don't hate his voice.
Right.
And listening to this, like I wrote that this if I was going just based on like my style and songs that I would listen to in my car, this one would honestly probably be number one because it would fit with a lot of those like SM station vibes that I have and that I love. But because I also felt like it was a song that I had heard before, like I felt like it wasn't the most original song of the 10 songs that we listened to, so I dropped it down a little bit. So I was like, there are better songs. This is maybe the one that I would listen to the most often, but it's not the best of the 10.
Yeah, I think on the topic of his voice, one of the reasons that I like let myself bounce it down is that I think his voice is better now. Like this was like 5 or 6 years ago, and his voice sounds like small and young and kind of weak. And I think he now, since he writes his own music, he like writes in a key that's more complementary to his voice, and his voice just like sounds nicer. So I was like, yeah, I'll bump it for other things.
Fair enough.
But that puts Henry and Solgi at number 7.
Okay.
What number are we on? 3? Yes.
Yeah, because Henry was
my number 3 is BTS. So that puts BTS at 6. So, BTS's Butterfly is from their album The Most Beautiful Moment in Life Part 2 from 2015. It was written by Hitman Bong, Slow Rabbit, P-Dog, and Brother Sue. And the lyrics are like a desperate fear that this girl is going to leave him. Like, it's kind of...
like melodramatic.
Yes, and there's like even in the like vocals, it's just like, please don't leave me is the whole vibe of the song. And at one point RM says something about like untrue. So I don't know if it's like they're afraid the girl is gonna cheat or what. I don't know. But it's like a desperate please don't leave me vibe lyrically. So I put this one really high just because it's like smooth and it's dramatic and it's just like a pretty good jam. And when I had all of these like rotating in a playlist all week trying to like get to know them, it was one where I was always like happy to have it on. It creates a good like mood, I guess, for like that kind of like drama. And I'm always like with most BTS albums, there's like a song that I like, and it's usually the one that like isn't all auto-tuned and like dancey, and it's just like a song like this. So like it was fine with me.
Fair enough. I watched a live version of this, and I did really like the choreography. It was sort of like, it was a lot of like body rolls and like soft choreo, which they don't often do. So I did like that part, but I didn't like the melodrama of it. That was the sort of like butterfly was the part I was like, no. But I like the like acousticy like snaps of it instrumentally. The breathy vocals for me like didn't really translate in that live performance. So it just I was just not I was not impressed.
Well, it averaged out to 6. So
and I think that actually
puts it in a
works
nice middle.
Because mine was 9 and yours was 3 and 6 is in the middle of that.
There you go.
There we go.
Perfect. Okay.
The math checks out, people.
Now I feel like we're probably
this
getting
is very
to the point.
scientific and precise.
Yes, it's totally that. And I think we're getting to the point now where all of these are now we're just gonna have to talk about them because we're running out of space. So my 3 was BTS, so we stopped to talk about it. So what's your 3?
The Boys.
The Boys. Okay, so now that makes The Boys number 5.
I loved this song.
It's super good. It's on their newest album, Bloom Bloom, that just came out. It was written by Haesung, Charlotte Wilson, Jacob Obong, and Francesca Louise Day. So some foreigners, I'm guessing. And the lyrics of this one are like, wow, we're just happy little butterflies like floating in the clouds. And I think it feels like that.
It does.
My notes are just like, this is a pleasant ass love song. Like,
yeah, it was just really pretty. I thought I really liked the sort of like piano, soft, like R&B harmonies of it. It was really gentle. I wrote that I even liked the rap break because one of the things that like was very jarring for a lot of these songs is that a lot of them do have that sort of like cafe acoustic vibe. to them. And then suddenly there's a rap break. And like in the Henry song, and for me in the BTS version as well, like I found the rap break to be like jarring.
Yeah.
And in this one, I thought it fit the beat really nicely because it wasn't like a like all of a sudden they rap. It was just sort of like a speak singy.
Yeah.
And I thought it was really, and they have really pretty they sort of change up the rhythm of the verse in the pre-chorus and the bridge to have this like syncopation that was interesting. I just thought it was really pretty. I liked it.
I liked it too. I had a shock when I opened the like lyric video to watch it because I've been listening to like Bloom Bloom. I've been listening to that album. I love Bloom Bloom like as a single. And I didn't know there were like 12 of them when I like opened the video and they were all across the top. I was like, oh my God.
Oh yeah. I watched a special clip. It's like a special music video that
where
they
were
did
all
of
like
it, and they're all like in a
rooms.
museum. Yes, and they just for like the first 2 minutes of it is shots of new boys. It took me a minute to realize that no one had repeated.
Yeah,
but yeah,
there was one part that I like it's probably the only reason that this song was like 4 and not 3 or 2 for me is like I don't love the part where they go, would you be my butterfly. I was like, this is kind of dumb. But then I read that because they say, would you be my butterfly? Because their fans are called the Bee or Bees or something. So I think that was like
my
Bee. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then I was like, okay, I'll take it back.
Be my boo.
Yeah.
You know, my little bee. My BB.
Okay. So that's The Boys officially at number 5.
The Boys.
So my number 2, which we already said, was Oh My Girl. So that goes in number 4.
이렇게 혼자 걱정하진 않을 거예요. If I were a butterfly, if I were a butterfly, 고민도 없이 지금 내게 날아가겠죠.
So this song is off of Oh My Girl's album from 2018 that was called Secret Garden. And the lyrics of this one are like, I have a crush and we're like riding on the wind in our love. And if I was a butterfly, I would go to you now. And that's it. But I put this one really high because I wrote like OMG, that like this is perfect OMG. Oh my girl cheese. Like this is exactly what I want. Mm-hmm. And it has that like, I love the acoustic like guitar licks at the beginning, and it has like all those 90s like belly like xylophone sounds, and it just like sounds like springtime and flowers and girl groups, and I can picture them all wearing the same thing, and I don't know, like this is for me, and I love it.
It's just right up your alley. Yeah, I wrote that it sounded like a summer camp guitar with dreamy synth and a xylophone chime.
Yeah.
Because I thought it sounded like an OST, and I did. I just thought I listened to it and I was like, this is fine. I thought it was a little higher than like some of the other songs because I liked the bridge, but I didn't like the rap. And this is not my style of music.
Totally,
so it was number 6 for me.
Totally fair. So what is your number 2?
FX.
Number FX. Okay, so that puts FX in our number 3 spot.
I love that beat.
So this one was off of Red Light in 2014. It's the last FX album with Sully on it because she left in the middle of promotions for this one. It was written by Angelina Larson and Thomas Troelsen. And the lyrics are like, there are barely any lyrics in this song because they sing so slowly, but it's like, I'm a white butterfly and you are so mysterious and I'll fly around you. It's like the lyrics were very abstract and like, yeah. But yeah, this song is very, very trippy, very, very electronic. It's like extremely FX.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I wrote down that I feel like I would only like this song in a very specific mood because it's kind of a lot. And that chorus part just like keeps repeating at the end. And it like, there's kind of like that's trippy. So like, that like, I don't know. I feel like I have to be in the right mood for it. And I like playing it on Superstar, but yeah, I don't know. I put this one low because it wasn't quite for me. But what about you? You put it real high.
I put this one as my number 2 because I absolutely love that slightly discordant chorus and the like heavy synth beat. I wrote that it was like it's dark and mysterious. It gives like a dangerous vibe to it, and I really liked that it wasn't pretty because all of these songs were like very pretty and started to like. They started to bore me after a while, and then this one was so different, and so I just really liked that, and I liked that it was like, I don't know, I liked that it was more intense and from a girl group that was like not going to do like a butterfly in the meadow. They were going to do like a moth deadly attracted to a flame or something.
Yeah.
You know
okay.
what I mean?
I like that.
And I was like, ooh, I'm into this.
I like that read of it.
dangerous.
I like that read of it. That's very nice. So that makes FX number 3. Okay. So we've already said, we've already made it to number 1.
What was your number 2?
My number 2 is Oh My Girl.
Oh, okay.
So we've already done that one. And so I have to do my number 1, or have you not said your number 2? Have you?
FX was my number 2.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. So my number 1 is B2B. So that puts it at number 2.
Okay.
답답하다고 느낄까 멈춰있는 하루하루가 어쩜 너 꽃을 찾아서 언제든 떠나도 이상하지 않아 그저
Okay, I want you to go first because you put this so much lower than me. So I want you to explain before I talk about why I made it my number 1. This is a big difference.
Yes. So mine was, I put them at number 8, and they actually were a group that I had originally ranked kind of like on par with Astro. I'd put them around like 4 or 5. And then because it was one of those songs that was like, you know, objectionably fine, I just sort of like felt
Kept
okay dropping it. Yeah, I was like, well, whatever, that was fine. Because nothing about it stood out to me in the sense that I thought it was very like, it's a very pleasant sounding song, and I like the sort of like rainy day cafe acoustic guitar vibe that it had. But to me, it sounded like a song that I've heard before, or like 10 other songs that I've heard before. And so that's why I felt okay with dropping it low, because I was like, this song is nothing special.
Okay, totally fair. I forgot to give its creds. So this song was from B2B's album Our Moment, but it's spelled Hour. It's Our Moment, from 2018. And it was written by member Ilhoon and 5 other people. And the lyrics to this one are like, you're so beautiful and cool and everyone likes you. You can flit to all the flowers you want. Like, do you, girl.
Social butterfly.
But also, if you want to fly to me, I will love you. I'll love you best. So I think the reason that I put this so high is exactly that, like, I'm just such a sucker for a, like, noodly acoustic guitar and just, like, a soft singing boy. Like, listening to it just then, I was thinking, like, okay, maybe I could see, like, this is kind of a little boring and, like, maybe it, but, like, I don't know, this is all I ask out of a boy group is like a song like this is kind of all I really need. And I kind of like that it doesn't really have a very obvious chorus. It just kind of like keeps flowing through these different movements, and they all have like very, very different voices. So I think that at least makes it slightly interesting. So that's why I put it so high, is just because like I just really love the sound of a noodly guitar and a boy singing softly. I don't know.
Fair enough.
All right.
Well,
so
you got it all the way to number 2, so
I did.
Congrats.
That's worth something. So that
But
means,
I win because my number 1 choice gets to be our official number 1 choice.
So what is our number 1 choice?
Luna!
dreams may come true. 넌 마치 fly like a butterfly. 난 너를 내가 wings. 이대로 fly like a butterfly. 귓가에 바람소리.
So this song was off of Luna's 2019 repack that was called Bracket XX Bracket, and it's like in italics. I don't know how you say it, but that's what the album is called. And this song was written by Ji-Hai and Jaden Jong. And the lyrics of this one are like, I'm reborn from my chrysalis and I'm going to fly like a butterfly and you're going to take me far away from here. So I'll just say before I let you gush, the reason that I put this song squarely at number 5 is that when I listen to this song, I don't really like it. The like, like the high parts,
The whistle notes?
really bother me. But if I watch the music video, a dance practice, a stage, it is so captivating. It's absolutely astounding to watch, and it like sells the whole song. But this is one of the only songs on that Luna album that I didn't buy on iTunes because like listening to it on its own doesn't like do enough for me. So I was like, I don't hate it and I don't love it. So I put it smack in the middle.
See, this was the second song that I listened to of all 10 and immediately ranked it as number 1 because this choreography is so amazing. But I also liked the general sound of it, which I know it's like, maybe that's surprising some of you. But because their voices are soft and they do have those crazy whistle notes, but I like the whistle notes in a sort of like off way, kind of in the similar way that I liked the discordant chorus of the FX song. I like that the whistle notes are not pretty.
Okay.
They are not like dreamy, eggyo, like fairy idol voices, because the whole instrumentation of this song is kind of like dark
kind of hard.
dreamy. Yeah, it's like, it's bubbly, but it's like dark bubbly. Like you've had to go, like it was hard work to bust yourself out of that chrysalis or whatever. And so I just like that it's so different. It's like not like any other song that I've heard before. And this choreography is fucking amazing.
It's so cool.
So there's a part where they do that move that there's a part where they go it's almost like they're about to do the worm, and they like where you go from standing and you like jump into a push-up and like do a body roll on the ground.
Right.
It's a move that usually only boy groups do, and they do it amazingly.
Yeah.
It's just like what we were talking about with U-Song about doing the NCT Cherry Bomb cover.
Like Luna goes hard.
Yeah, Luna goes hard and they do amazing. And so that was really why I ranked this one so high. And like I put it at number 1 as soon as I heard it and just never doubted.
Well, you did it. You won. It averaged out as number 1. So that's great. Okay. So I'll give us our final ranking of these 10 Butterfly songs. Number 10, Wiki Miki. Number 9, Beast. Number 8, Astro. Number 7, Henry featuring Seulgi. Number 6, BTS. Number 5, The Boys. Number 4, Oh My Girl. Number 3, FX. Number 2, B2B. And number 1, Luna.
Yay! These are scientifically proven.
Yeah, based on our opinions alone. So if you want to give these 10 songs a listen and rank them yourself, you should. It's fun. And we'll be right back with our random game. All right, we're back. And we got a boy group that I don't even know what name to announce their name as, because they've had 2 names.
Yeah, but their current name is B.A.
Bia.
As in the letter B, lowercase e, period A. B.A. It stands for Be an Artist.
Yes, but they debuted in 2014 as a group called K-Much.
Yes, and they originally had the K-Much was an English name, and then they also had a separate Korean name,
which was Kalmuchi,
and
which
then
means snakehead fish.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because the snakehead is popular for longevity, which is ironic because this group has not had a lot of longevity.
Yeah.
Which we'll get into in a moment.
So they were from the same company as Crayon Pop, Chrome Entertainment. So their like pre-debut includes a lot of like Crayon Pop side, like them helping
collabs
promote the group. And then they debuted in January 2014 with an album called Beyond the Ocean.
And they originally had how many members when they debuted?
They had 4 members. 5 members? What is this music? This music video has 5 members. So I would say they debuted with 5 members. And then, this was when they were still K-Much. And then the like next crazy thing that happens in their list says that like in late 2014, so right 1 year into debut, a member named Loki decided to leave the group. And they said it was amicable. He left.
He decided to be an actor, so he left, and they continued to promote as 4, and then they replaced Loki
with an actor or with a guy who had previously been known as Park Woo-young, but he joined under the stage name Bomb-B, or just Bomb. That's capitalized funny. And right before then, the company had put up a MakeStar account, which is like a Kickstarter-y thing. I believe, forgive me if I'm wrong, but I believe that Dreamcatcher did something like this for their second album because they're so tiny and their fans are so rabid that it was basically like, give us $100 and we'll send you a t-shirt and a signed sticker or whatever. So it was like a way that
it's like a crowdfunding strategy.
So that fans could fund the album. So I guess this group did that. And then along with that MakeStar project, they also said, we're going to change our name too. And they let people vote and people picked BA or BA. Whatever.
Because at some point before this, they had changed their Korean name to match their English name, which was K-Much. And now they're BA because of an online poll.
So then this last part, like the only thing that's on them in Wikipedia is also weird, which is that, so they announced Bomb-B as joining the group. Then by February, they're going on a European tour and Bomb-B isn't in the tour photos and isn't there, unfollowed everyone on Instagram. They've never made a statement about it, apparently. But I guess he's just not in the group anymore. And then another member named Millie didn't come to the tour and had someone named Taeyoung stand in for him. And then he never came back and said he's not coming with them because of musical difference and he doesn't agree with the direction that the group is going in. So right now in 2019, there are only 3 members of this group.
Yeah, let's just read all the member names, current and then former, because they're truly ridiculous.
So the current members are Hongyu, Youngkyun, Atto, and then the past members are Loki, Bomb-B, and Millie.
I thought one of them was named Jilo.
Jilo? Was that in here somewhere?
Jilo previously lived in Pennsylvania.
Which one is Jilo? Oh, I wonder if it's like if one of these guys goes by Jilo. Oh, I have a member profile open. Maybe it will tell us. Oh, one of them was formerly known as
Born Us. That's right.
Born Us.
That was the other one.
Born Us.
Was he born in the U.S.? Is that why?
I don't know. That's so
one of them was
weird. And then Millie was formerly
known
Jilo.
As okay, it was Millie.
Wow, they had so many names.
So many stage names.
Oh my God. Okay, well, we have to. It's time to watch a K-Much video because this video is from when they were still K-Much. Their most popular video has 500,000 views at 500,000, which is on the very low end of what we usually get.
Yes, it is.
It's also the story version of this song, apparently. It's a nice 5-minute long video. So let's strap in, see if we can understand what's going on. And
are there captions?
There are not.
Okay.
So here we go.
Supposedly this has a member of Crayon Pop in it.
Yes, and I believe the song is called Good to Go. Here we go. All right, it's January 2014, according to the caption at the bottom.
Full screen that shit.
Oh, I can't read that Korean fast enough.
It doesn't matter.
It's all written on the bottom.
So it's boys in school uniforms walking by the river.
And they keep stopping to look at someone's cell phone.
Someone is looking at a cell phone. They're following directions on the phone.
Those are Crayon Pop's helmets.
They're pulling out Crayon Pop helmets from their backpacks and they put them on. Okay.
Oh, and I guess they're going to do they're doing the Crayon Pop choreography now.
Oh, yeah.
Silently.
But it's silent.
And they're facing away from the camera. So we're just like looking at their butts as they like do the bar like choreo.
Is the Crayon Pop girl just going to like magically appear because they did the dance? And then they just walk away.
They look dejected. Oh, maybe they were. They were trying to they summoned a water demon. Oh my God! Ah! A giant snake just came out of the river and it electrocuted them with its eyes.
Like a basilisk!
They're all like dead on the ground now.
That is so scary!
What is happening? Now we're in a castle and there's scary chandeliers, and now the crayon pop is dressed like a princess.
She's wearing a crown. She looks very pretty.
And confused. Oh, she's waking them up with her lightning power, and they're all wearing cop uniforms now. Like SWAT team uniforms that say K-Much on the back of their bulletproof vests.
It takes a lot more of her lightning to bring them back to life than it did of the snakes to knock them out.
All right.
The song is finally starting. Here we go.
That one's cute.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Hey!
Safety goggles. That one's wearing safety goggles.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, how close is this to what you thought the song was going to be?
It's about a 2. It's just not what I expected.
Yeah, I was going to say like a -4. This sounds like a Ricky Martin song.
Oh
Go,
God,
go, go!
yes.
Living la vida loca. La na 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 na.
They're shaking their fingers very hard on the no-no-nos as well.
And they have like dirt on their faces.
Wait, this is jumping and jumping, but it's like in a different...
Is it?
Jumping and... I can't rewind it, but I swear to God it was the chorus of Bar Bar Bar, but like in a different key and with boys singing on it. I wonder if it was on purpose. Remember we got
Maybe.
a boy group a while ago where it was like they were Tiara's brothers and they had to do like Tiara's song.
Yeah, and didn't they do a music video with Tiara?
Yeah.
They were like initially a co-ed group.
Or something.
Yeah. Speed. It was Speed.
Oh yeah, they had to do Tiara covers.
Yeah.
Leave me home now. I don't want to leave me home now. Jumping and jumping, everybody. It is that. It truly is.
I believe you.
1, 2, 3, let's go.
There's one with a shaved head, which is always an unlikely K-pop look.
1, 2, 3, 는 good to go. 먼저 말해. 따라 올래.
Yeah, I love that kind of move.
They did that like get on the floor and then get yourself
Like,
back up from your legs.
Yeah,
Cool
standing.
thing. Jumping, everybody jumping and jumping. Feel it. It's like in there.
Well, so since they've gotten woken up
Is
by
that the
this,
Call Me Baby warehouse, by the way?
No.
It looks familiar.
It looks like a Kunakun
Oh,
warehouse. But so they've just been in a warehouse. The warehouse that they got like woken up in, they've just been dancing in it the whole time.
Yeah. Oh, there we
That's
go.
it. It's
That's the
over.
end. They just leaned, and the princess didn't come back, and she didn't revive them, and no more.
Nothing
I thought
happened.
she was going to come back.
That was very
And it
weird.
also never cut away from the SWAT team. Like, there wasn't
No, there
a
was no
second-
other set and no other like piece to it. It was just them in that room dancing.
Yeah.
And it makes the whole snake thing, which honestly did scare me.
That was the
seemed
whole
very
budget.
unnecessary.
That snake was the whole budget.
Yeah, it was.
Wow.
And then they had to crowdsource. Well,
That's Bia. Something.
Bia.
Be a star. All right. Recommendation time. So I will just plop in a recommendation real quick because I feel like the other things that you need to talk about are going to take some more talking. So my quick recommendation plug, I have in trying to prepare for KCON, I've discovered very, very this week. I know that they're new of this year, but like I'm just now discovering very, very, and they make Dream Street music. Like it's the most 90s, like purposefully 90s K-pop I've ever heard. And my specific recommendation was their debut song, which is called Ring, Ring, Ring. It's super fun and I really enjoy it. So throwing that out there. And now on to more pressing matters.
More pressing matters. The first recommendation that I wanted to make is for Akun, as we tweeted earlier this week. We fell down the rabbit hole, and because Sunset the song itself is weird, but the choreo is magical.
Yes, Kanakun is back. They have a song out called Sunset. The song itself is it's what I call H&M music. I know that's not an actual genre, but clubby beat songs you hear at H&M.
It's like runway music that would be in a movie that features a fashion show at a certain point. I don't know if they actually play that kind of music at a runway, but movies make me think that they play music like that at runways.
Yes, but the choreography...
It's very sunset. For you. Dun, dun. Bum, bum. It's so dramatic.
But the choreo is so artistic and beautiful, and there's a performance video that is filmed so perfectly, and the artistry of it. It sold us and we loved it. And before you recommend your song, I'll just say thank you to all of the Tinkerbells out there, because we did tweet, oops, we did this, oops, we like them. And then they retweeted it all. They sent the bat signal out, and it went all through Tinkerbell Twitter, and people sent us so many things. I'm still catching up on all the things, but I just wanted to thank them on the air.
Absolutely. Yes. Because I have so much content that I haven't gotten a chance to make it all the way through yet, but I did on my own go through all of their available dance practices. And so my specific recommendation is for their dance practice for the song Lonely Night. There are a lot of their dances that I really like. I also bought a lot of their music, and so I'm really enjoying their 2 p.m. vibes.
Totally.
But yeah, so my recommendation is for the dance practice to Lonely Night. It's a really cool dance. Those boys are all leg.
They're so tall. They're the tallest boys I've ever seen. They're so tall. They're all tall.
They're all so tall that the smallest member looks like a pocket person, and he's 5'11". So they're all very tall. 4 of the 5 members are over 6 feet tall. It's madness. And in Lonely Night, one of the one you like, is literally all leg. It's wild.
He's a leg man.
He's more leg
His name
than
is
man.
Soham, and I follow him on Instagram, and he posted a really cute picture this morning.
Yeah, he did. I liked
him.
I did not follow Chihoon on Instagram because every single photo of his has duck lips in it, and I couldn't
abide it.
Stand it.
So yes, hearty recommendation.
First
for Kanakun.
recommendation.
Now you've been teasing. I mean, not teasing. You've just been anticipating this EXO-SC comeback for 4 episodes now. And we've just it's gonna come out. It's gonna come out. It's gonna come out. Well, now it's out. So please indulge the listeners. Let us know all the things you need us to know about this comeback being all the way real. I'm taking a picture of you right now. She is sitting. No, don't move your face. Go back to how you were thinking about, oh my God. Yes. Okay. I'm using that for the episode picture. She's staring dreamily at the ceiling.
I am not sure where to begin.
Okay, then I'll give you a beginning place. The first thing that came out was the little collabby with Gecko from Dynamic Duo, and the music video is a behind the scenes in the studio thing. What is that song called? Remind me.
It's called Just Us Two.
Just Us Two.
Yeah. Okay. I have so many thoughts about all of this, and most of my thoughts are that I love it and that I'm very proud and I'm very happy about all of it.
Okay.
So this is a 6-song mini album that Sehun and Chanyeol were very heavily involved in making. They produced it together with Gecko, who is half of Dynamic Duo, and then another producer whose name I don't remember. It was mostly just the 4 of them working together to make all of it. And so Just Us 2 is that they did 3 title tracks off of it. Just Us 2 is the first one that came out that had a music video, and it's just behind the scenes footage of them making the album. It's really cute. And that song at first I was kind of oh, okay, this is the vibe of this whole album is not, I guess it is kind of what I was expecting, but it doesn't sound like EXO music. It's very different, I think, from EXO's typical vibe, whereas Baekhyun's album I thought was perfectly in line with the kind of like sexy R&B music that EXO does. And this one is very much Chanyeol and Sehun, not EXO as a whole.
Right.
So anyway, they came out with Just Us 2, and then they came out with What a Life, which was filmed here in LA, very close to where I used to work. So that's cool. That song had to grow on me, but I do like it now. It's just kind of odd.
Yeah, it's just it's just one of those like summer party anthems. Summer party anthems where it's just what a life, what a life, what a life.
What a life, what a life, what a life.
And
What a life, what a
yeah,
life.
it's like it's fine as like background party music. The music video itself like made me because I watched it and you weren't home and I like messaged you. I was like, this is out, and you're like, I can't watch it right now. And my response was like, this video is so funny. I don't think it's supposed to be, but it's so funny. Because yeah, they're just like trying. I just feel like they might be trying a titch too hard to like look like cool rich guys with like, all these girls are dancing up on them, and like they look a little silly. But
Yeah,
like, I don't know.
think it's
I like the
just-
parts where they're dancing in the street in front of the cars. That part's really fun, but the boat stuff is so cringy.
Oh, I know it is, but I honestly love it for its cringiness. Like, the boat scene really made me laugh, and those robes look cheap as fuck. And I like couldn't even believe, I was cackling that whole boat scene. But I also feel like this music video was just like, it was truly Chanyeol and Sehun like getting together and be like, what is cool? Like, what are cool rich guys? Like, we're cool and rich. Like, what do we think is cool? And then, but they are dorks. And
Right.
so like, I think it's just an issue of like, no, they really thought that was cool, but
Right.
their innate dorkiness is just like showing through.
Shining through too hard.
So I found that endearing in
Yes.
the end. But then so they came out with those 2 music videos, and then they released the album. And the album as a whole, like I said, I really enjoy. And then after the whole album came out, they came out with their 3rd music video. And that song is called Closer to You. And that music video, that was not my favorite song on the album. My favorite song on the album, and my like official recommendation from this album, is a song called Borderline. That one's my favorite. But the music video for Closer to You is absolutely perfect.
It's so good.
It's perfect. Everything about it. Like, I watched that music video, and to quote our dear Astro friend, I leveled up in existence.
Yeah.
I felt like inner peace.
Yeah.
It was just, the lyrics are really, really sweet and simple and romantic, and like noticing little things and wanting to share little moments with the person that you love. And the song is all about wanting to call a driver so that you can sit next to your date in the back seat. Like, that's the
car
chorus.
turns left and we lean this way, and the shadows of the city go by your face, and like, oh, you look so pretty. It's just so nice. And the music video itself, some people were complaining about it, but I thought it really sold the song, that the video is much sparser. Like, What a Life is very loud and neon, and it's got tons of backup dancers. But in this video, it's just like several sets of them in the backseat of the car, like they should be, or in this sort of like blank black space, and there's like a dining table sort of set, and they're walking around the table like looking at the empty chair, like as if someone is there that they're singing to. And I feel like that just kind of like sells the sweetness. And then visually, there's a part in the chorus where he's talking about like, oh, and the car turns, and the music kind of goes like, and in the every time it happens in the video, there's like a slow-mo shot of the car turning, and it just like sort of, it just plays into it. So I agree. The music video for that one is the best of the 3.
Yeah, absolutely. That music video is the best. They saved the best for last. Chanyeol's hair is pushed back in the whole thing, so I love it. He looks great. Sehun looks great. The music video is beautiful, and the album is awesome. So I recommend Borderline, and also the music video for Closer to You.
Yay. That's so nice. Awesome. I love that. One thing I would like to shout out to listeners. I like don't know when we're going to do this, but I just wanted to shout it out before I forgot. We would like to talk about Idol's tattoos sometime soon, But we are only aware of the tattoos on the groups of the people that we know and about and stan. So if you like a group that you never hear us talk about, but you know that a member like has one or many tattoos, tell us who they are, because I want to like see them all and judge them all, and I don't want to miss any. Like,
yes. And part of the idea that we had for the group was to sort of be like surprised. So we really want listener input because we want to see photos and tattoos that we've never seen before and get like live reactions to like, ooh, that's a bad one, or like, ooh, that one's cool, whatever.
Yeah.
So if you know of any member of any group that has tattoos, send them over.
Yeah.
Please fact check that it's not a stage tattoo. 'Cause,
Yes.
like EXO, for example, right now, they're Kai and Suho are like covered in fake tattoos for this Exploration concert. So just double check that they're real, please.
And if you don't know, if there's also a mystery surrounding it, like if the
Sure.
whole fandom isn't sure, like
Just
include
tell
that.
us.
Just tell us.
Tell
'cause
us
I love
that you're not
stuff.
sure.
I love that stuff.
Yeah.
And where to send that would be our email address, which is at amakpoppod, or which is amakpoppod@gmail.com. And on all of the platforms, we are at amakpoppod, Instagram, Twitter, all those things. And Ask Me About K-Pop, the podcast on YouTube. We'll be back next week with another group deep dive episode. So look forward to that, and we will see you then. Bye-bye. Chongyeon, you're our inspiration.